Hey guys, it's Corey from Hungry Prospectors, and I'm excited to get out here on a solo winter camp out. My access to this claim is at an elevation where once the winter hits, I'm virtually locked out for about 2 months. My goal is to hike down, get to base camp, grab some basic supplies, and then hike to the top of the claim. I want to establish a basic camp too. Winter conditions are going to determine how flexible I'm going to need to be with my plans. We'll see what the bottom of this canyon holds for us. I'm excited to share it with you guys. Let's get out there, let's go. Well, I dropped down in a spot that's pretty ideal. I'm a little bit upriver of base camp right now. So I'm gonna swing over, drop down and get my essential camping items. And I'm gonna make my way up while I still have those precious daylight hours out here. Well, one false step could have me snapping an ankle out here, so I've got to proceed with caution and go slow. But I'm coming upon the trail cam at Perch Rock right now. I'm headed down to base camp right now, but as I suspected, things are pretty wet. So that has me a little bit nervous about campfire tonight, but I'll make do. I'll search out whatever dry stuff I can find, and hopefully I can get a fire going hot enough to start drying out some more firewood. Upper end of the claim. This is a channel that's been cut on an inside bend with hand-stacked boulders and cobble to probably divert the water through here in order to clean off the bedrock, clean off the riverbed over there. Super exciting. Gotta keep exploring over here. Continuing to find stacks and stacks of cobble and lots of sign of some major workings out here. But again, the sun's quickly going down in this deep canyon, and I'm gonna have to make a decision on where to camp. Figure out where I'm gonna be sleeping tonight. More stacked cobble and mounds on the other bend farther up. Here we go. Steel cable. Look at that. Sweet. Well, finding this old camp spot has me really in indecision mode because my gear is quite a ways back there, and I've got a significant amount, you know, as far as tent, sleeping bag, sluice, gold mining equipment. But I would love to be camping here and to be able to search around for old relics tonight. I think that would mean sacrificing not finding any gold on this trip. Again, I have a dig site right there where I'm finding good gold about a mile that way. So I don't know what to do. Finding old history out here is pretty important to me. I like finding old bottles and relics and signs of the past. So I might pack all the gear up here, explore this area a little bit. Wind is picking up, clouds are rolling in, and the sun is going down, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go get the gear and I'm gonna camp. This is cool though. Time to go get gear. About a mile that way. Well, I expended a little bit more energy than I wanted to move away from a proven gold deposit. That was really hard to do. But I'm trying to convince myself that out here, knowledge about the claim is as good as gold. It really is a great camping spot. It's flat, plenty of firewood, which I was a little bit concerned about. It seems to get a lot of sun over here. Ladybugs are crazy, but I think the sun has dried out enough of these deadfalls that I'm gonna be okay with firewood tonight. And that was one of my biggest concerns, was the cold night without having a fire. So I'm gonna get camp set, and then I've got a place to crawl when it gets cold and dark out here. And you know, I'm gonna be able to scout around after camp is set for some of those relics and information that will hopefully lead us to the gold. Trevor, Kyle, and I are gonna be writing a new history out here. I have no doubts it's gonna pay off. Well, I gathered up all that. There's some jars. They're not super duper old though. Some hustler enthusiast would probably pay top dollar for this. This is probably my best find right here, except the top is broken off, which was such a bummer. Sarsaparilla. One of the older bottles that I've found. But I don't know, I've got quite a hike out of here, and I don't know if it's worth packing this out. My wife doesn't have the appreciation for the historic artifacts that I do. It's just junk that clutters up the house, but I don't know, it's pretty neat. Old Dr. Townsend. Gosh, I wish it wasn't broken off on the top though. I know foraging for mushrooms is a thing. Not something I have any knowledge about, so I'm not touching it, but if you guys know anything about mushrooms, this time of year there's a lot of mushrooms around this camp. This seems to be a different type than some of the other ones I was finding. But anyways, if you know anything about mushrooms, leave a comment below for me. The sun's barely down here. I've got firewood, I've got the tent set up. I'm kind of set up for steak and dinner and everything like that. I wanted to come down here a little bit and see if I could test around a bit. I know it's been worked hard, and tomorrow I'm gonna hike down, and my real gold mining spot is gonna be where Trevor and I found a deposit down there. I left most of the actual gold mining equipment, like the sluice and the rock bar and things like that. I brought bare minimum. I'm at the top end of like an S curve here. The river comes down and then it heads out that way over there. So I'm gonna just get a test pan from this spot right in there, and then if nothing shows up, I'm gonna go around the corner here and hopefully be on the inside bend somewhere over there, closer to camp, closer to stake and everything like that, closer to fire and warmth. But we'll check it out and see if there's anything, even specks showing up down in there. I just realized these could be my last dying words. I forgot the bear spray, Ramel. Bear's gonna come for my steak, but I am not about to hike a mile down for bear spray that I'm not gonna need. Raining pretty good now. Kind of put out my fire, so I'm just gonna hunker down in here. As long as this tent holds out and I stay dry, I should be okay. Every time I go to turn on the camera, the rain lets up, so hopefully it doesn't last much longer. Well, I made it to the spot where Trevor and I found some good gold, so hopefully I can finish off what we have and maybe find a little bit before heading out of here. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and run this top gravel stuff. We found our biggest piece just about 2 feet that way, so I'm hoping that it's just bouncing off some of this stuff right here. I'm just gonna run it all and just see what is here. Hopefully this will have it. Well, tons of flour gold, just riddled with flour gold. Well, I've run 8 buckets. I'm gonna clean it out and see if I have anything. If there's gold here, it's gonna be kind of hard to pull myself away from this spot, but nothing's really lighting up like crazy small stuff. Moving stuff down here. I like this bedrock bowl over here. It'd be nice to get a little test out of here, even if it's just a couple test pans off of the bedrock. But it really bowls out in its catch. So we'll see. I'm making my way closer to base camp, and hopefully I'll find a little bit of gold out of here. Video really doesn't capture how difficult that hike is to get out of here, so it is constantly on my mind. Plus it's really dark this time of year, so it feels much later than it is. But hopefully I find some gold here, and then I can make that hike out. all packed up to make that hike. Well, cold nights and hikes like that will really make you appreciate how great we have it. Found some great discoveries, a little bit of gold, and established a camp too. I really worked for it on that one. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for joining me.